Hello, everyone. In this lesson, we will learn the extinguishant. During the combustion process, substances that can effectively destroy the combustion conditions and stop the combustion are called extinguishants. Commonly used extinguishants include water, foam, dry powder, carbon dioxide, etc. With the development and application of new technologies, new extinguishants are gradually increasing. Our learning objectives in this lesson are master types of extinguishant, master the extinguishing principle, applicable objects, and precautions of extinguishant. Are familiar with the extinguishant test site in the basic safety, fire prevention, and the fire extinguishing exam. This course is divided into 4 parts. Leading types of extinguishant. Test extension. Part I. Leading and extension. Part I. Lead in. Watch the video and answer the question.
A fire extinguisher is a portable fire extinguishing tool that contains chemicals for extinguishing fires. It is one of the most common fire prevention facilities and is stored in public places or places where fires may occur. Different types of fire extinguishers have different components and are designed specifically for different types of fires. When using them, attention must be paid to avoid producing counterproductive effects and causing danger. This issue of the Mind Encyclopedia will introduce the types and uses of different fire extinguishers. Foam extinguishers can extinguish fire by forming a foam covering layer on the surface of the combustor, isolating the burning surface from the air, and playing the role of smothering. Since the foam layer can prevent the heat in the burning area, it acts on the surface of the combustor, and the water sucked out by the foam cools the surface of the combustor. Sulfide fire extinguishers are suitable for extinguishing Class A fires such as wood cotton, linen paper, and general Class B fires such as petroleum products, grease, etc. But they cannot be used to extinguish water-soluble, flammable, and combustible liquid fires and fires, nor can they be used to extinguish fires of live equipment. Dry powder fire extinguishers can suppress the chain reaction of combustion and extinguish fires. Dry powder has electrical insulation performance of over 50,000 volts and can also extinguish solid fires. Dry powder fire extinguishers cannot extinguish fires caused by the combustion of light metals. In addition, dry powder fire extinguishers cannot be used for human body fires because the chemical components in dry powder can cause secondary damage to the burning skin. Carbon dioxide. Fire extinguishers use carbon dioxide gas caught in high-pressure gas cylinders as the extinguishing agent for extinguishing fires. Carbon dioxide fire extinguishers leave no trace after extinguishing and are suitable for extinguishing fires in valuable equipment, archives, data, and computer rooms. They are non-conductive and also suitable for extinguishing low-voltage electrical equipment and oil fires with electricity. However, when using carbon dioxide fire extinguishers 0T. Water-based fire extinguishers are widely used in oil fields, oil depots, ships, factories, shops, and other places. They have good flame retardant and thermal insulation properties and can be sprayed on people's bodies as a protective measure against burns in emergency situations. So that there is a new type of physical fire extinguisher with the advantages of non-toxicity, non-collision, high fire extinguishing efficiency, good flame retardancy, and resistance to reignition. Its tank body is similar to ordinary dry powder fire extinguishers. But the color is generally not the traditional red but green or stainless steel. Water-based fire extinguishers are not filled with ordinary water, but with composite fire extinguishers containing surfactants, flame retardants, and other additives. However, they cannot extinguish fires caused by live equipment. The above are the 4 common fire extinguishers in our daily lives, hoping to be helpful to everyone.
Question 1. Have you ever used a fire extinguisher? What kind of use have you used? Question 2. Which type of fire extinguishers does this video introduce? Part 2. Types of extinguisher. Extinguishant water. When the volume content of water vapor in the air reaches 35%, combustion will stop when 1 kilogram of water turns into water vapor. The flame suppression space can reach 5 cubic meters. Fire extinguishing principle: cooling, main suffocation, dilution, emulsification, infiltration, and impact. Applicable object: extinguish solid fire. Cool the bulkhead. Can't be used for fires such as metal, live, electrical equipment, 3 acid storage, and calcium carbide. Matters need attention when extinguishing fires. The stability of the ship needs to be considered. R. Extinguishant foam. A foam fire extinguishing agent refers to the fire extinguishing agent that can be miscible with water and can produce fire extinguishing foam by chemical reaction or mechanical method. Fire extinguishing principle: dilution, cooling, or dilution. Applicable object: suitable for liquid and solid fire, not suitable for metal and gas fire. Matters need attention. The use of foam extinguishing agent cannot use water at the same time. It will destroy the foam layer. The internal fire shall not be put out when put out a class of fire. 3. Extinguishant dry powder. Dry powder is a dry, easily flowing fine solid powder. Fire extinguishing principle in heat. Let's see: block heat, radiation, and dilution. Applicable object: liquid, gas, lift equipment. Fire did not extinguish solid fire, internal fire, precision instruments, and valuables. Matters need attention when using dry powder fire extinguishing agent. Prevent dry powder from entering the oral cavity, nasal cavity, and eyes. 4. Extinguishant carbon dioxide. Fire extinguishing concentration is an index to evaluate the fire extinguishing efficiency of carbon dioxide. Fire extinguishing agent. Fire extinguishing principle: asphyxiation and cooling. Applicable object: solid surface, liquid, gas, lift equipment. Fire deductible metal fire. Matters need attention when applying carbon dioxide. Attention should be paid to prevent frostbite before applying high concentration of carbon dioxide. Personnel should be warned and notified to evacuate. 5. Extinguishant. Other. Yellow sand and new fire extinguishing agents. Yellow sand can be used for metal fire, suffocation fire, new fire extinguishing agent has salicylic pyropropane perfluoroalkyl and so on. 7. Fluoride propane clean gas fire extinguishing agent with chemical fire extinguishing mainly and physical fire extinguishing function. The design concentration is less than 10, less than 9 non-toxic reaction, which is safe for human body. Performance. Good environmental protection. Performance. No electrical conductivity. No residue will not cause harm to the human body. Part 3 test. Part 4. Extinction. According to the video, answer the following questions.
Do you know the difference between different types of fire extinguishers? How to choose? How should it be used? Don't rush to finish watching this video, and you'll have it all. First of all, this is the most familiar dry powder fire extinguisher. Its extinguishing principle is to drop the dry powder in the fire extinguisher onto the surface of the burning object. The special substances in the dry powder react chemically with the burning object, forming a gauze-like covering layer to isolate the air and achieve the extinguishing effect. It is also widely applicable and can be used to extinguish initial fires caused by combustible solids, liquids, gases, etc. After talking about dry powder fire extinguishers, you must be familiar with this one, which is the carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. Carbon dioxide gas can eliminate air and reduce the oxygen concentration around combustible materials, producing a suffocating effect to extinguish the fire. It can also be said that carbon dioxide gas sprays out from the storage container and quickly vaporizes from the liquid into gas, absorbing some heat from the surrounding area and thus playing a cooling role. Its fire extinguishing range is not limited to oil, gas, live electrical appliances, valuable equipment, books, materials, and instruments in the early stages of fire. The last one is the environmentally friendly water-based fire extinguisher, which evacuates a large amount of heat in the fire, seen instantly in the form of water mist after spray and rapidly reducing the temperature of the fire scene. And suppressing heat radiation, surfactants can quickly form a water film on the surface of combustibles, isolating oxygen and playing a dual role of cooling and extinguishing. It can easily deal with initial fires of oil and gas. You should note that all fire extinguishers are only used for initial fires. If you really encounter a fire situation, and it is difficult to control it, you should call Conrad 19 and seek protection from relevant personnel as soon as possible. Of course, self-rescue is also crucial, so the use of fire extinguishers cannot be ignored, including lifting, pulling, holding, and pressing. Yes, it is these 4 words. When lifting a fire extinguisher, pull it out, remove the safety ring, grip the rubber tube, and press down on the handle with force. When using a fire extinguisher, it is important to stand on top of the fire source and align the seal with the root of the fire source, maintaining a distance of at least 2 meters to prevent burns from flames. After watching the video for so long, I don't know if you have noticed that they all have a common feature, which is a red S mark. This mark is not simple, as it has been verified by relevant departments to pass the quality certification. Without this mark, we dare not use it. In addition, when choosing, you need to first check whether the fire extinguisher handle is intact and not loose, whether the pressure valve pointer points to the green area, whether the lead seal is complete, and check the water pressure test value, production year, and production serial number on the base steel stamp to ensure that the purchased item is fresh. Some people may say that this is not available in public places. If only I could use it, I wouldn't be able to buy it home for such a big one. Even if you really have to buy it home, you'd rather not use it for 1,000 days than not prepare it for a day. But don't worry. This is a simple water-based fire extinguisher. It's so small, you can't find any more reasons. Whether it's for car users or household use, having it as a backup is a peace of mind. Buying a fire extinguisher is not a one-time solution, and it needs to be repaired or scrapped. According to the prescribed time, dry powder fire extinguishers have a lifespan of 10 years. 5 years after the expiration of the factory period, and every 2 years after the first maintenance. Nitrogen dioxide fire extinguishers also need to be repaired, but the scrapping period is 12 years. Crystal fire extinguishers have a scrapping period of 6 years. This type of fire extinguisher needs to be repaired once a year after the first maintenance, and the scrapping period of simple water-based fire extinguishers is only 4 years.
Question 1. What are the application objects of common fire extinguishers? Question 2. What should I pay attention to when using a fire extinguisher? That's all for this lesson. Thank you.